Hey guys, so we are going to go ahead and review over rate of change from yesterday. So remember, rate of change is a rate that shows how one quantity changes in relation to another. So in this case, we're going to see how does my y values change in relation to my x values. So we're going to look at the change of y over change over x. Okay, so to do that, I need to start at my first x and y pair. I'm gonna see how many units does it increase from this first y to my second one in this table. Do the same thing with my x. So I know from 2 to 10, it increases 8. So next to my y, I'm going to put 8 because it changes, because it increases 8 units. Do the same thing with my x to find the change in my x. So I see from 1 to 5, it increases 4. So since it increased 4, I'm going to put 4 next to my change for x. And of course, 8 divided by 4, I can divide that. Remember this line right here is a division bar. It means divide. So if you can divide it, you get you can divide it evenly, you get a whole number, and divide it. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. So there we go. Our rate of change is 2. If you're still not sure and you want to try it with another x and y pair, you can still do that. So even if I go from 10 to 12, let's see, I go up, I go up by 2. So that means my change in my y equals 2. So let's see what our change in our x is. It goes up this time, it goes up by 1, not necessarily 4 like last time. Same here. So the change in my x is 1. That's a little spaced out, but yeah, so it's 2 divided by 1, and I still get 2. So as you can see, it's still increasing at a constant rate, even though it's not increasing by the same number. But when we find our rate of change, we still get the same rate of change. All right? So remember that our equation that represents the rate of change is y equals kx. And this is only when x and y are 0. So when y and x are 0, this is going to be the equation for rate of change. And that's because the rate of change is k. This is the same thing as your unit rate, constant of proportionality as well. Okay, and then you can also write it like this: y equals mx plus 0. And again, when y and x are 0, this is the equation for rate of change. And in this case, m will be your rate of change. So how do we write this as an equation for both? The first one, y equals, we're going to replace k with our rate of change to x, just like that. Or y equals, replace the m with 2 to x plus 0. That's how you write your equation. And 2 is going to be your rate of change. Then you're done.